There's certain things I don't know why I know them, if I have to be blunt. Thank you, Michael Alexis, for this question. I appreciate that. I love all the questions that people put across, and it just makes us understand this journey a lot better. And also, it provides me an insight on the things that I actually didn't think about that most people are thinking about that I should perhaps address. So I do welcome all questions, and this is just another one that I truly appreciate. So the question around where does my knowledge of the soul, spirit, and all the things that I talk about on this channel comes from? It's hard to put that into one video, but to somewhat address it as a whole, the journey is young for this question to play factor. That's one stage of it. We are only in the infant stage of this journey. We haven't detailed out things that perhaps will clarify this question down the line. But some areas that I draw inspiration or not inspiration, understanding on what I talk about is I've never been good at accepting the norm of understanding that most people have. I've always felt certain things that we live with day to day has been imposed rather than understood by us. We follow certain regiment that that was somebody else's idea that now fits into our lives, and we abide by it as if it is true. True to somebody, but not truth in terms of how life really operates. So one aspect of my understanding is that unless I can find a logical understanding of something, I'll kind of put it on a pause until I do some investigation around it until it fully becomes apparent. Some inspiration based on your integration with yourself or your soul will draw out certain things that you talk about that as you are talking about it, it's almost you are walking on the beach and you're seeing footstep ahead of you, if I can try to explain it that way. There's certain things I don't know why I know them, if I have to be blunt. I don't know. But I know of them, but I don't know why I know of them, that type of way. That's another investigation I'm still running with. But more so I talk about it with a deeper understanding of I've put it to the test, uh, to some extent. I've pushed the boundary of my understanding. Those some of those come from research, absolutely, but different types of research as most people. Most people would somewhat research to conclude that they are right. I somewhat research to conclude, could I be wrong? I'm seeking different sources to not validate that I am right, but more so, how many other ways am I wrong? That type, I somewhat operate the opposite way on certain things that I try to portray on my podcast and various source. But on a basic level, there's certain things I know. I don't know why I know them or how I know them, but it's just been there for as long as I could remember. And this podcast is only at the infant stage, as I said. Everything that I'm talking about is just to set the ground for what is really complex. Right now, I can't detail everything out, but in time, this answer will answer itself uh, through the various means that I will portray on this podcast. But you have to empty out your bias. That's one thing that I've done. I try to neglect everything that had been imposed to my understanding of how life is. So I somewhat got rid of all the belief systems that I had, and I put them into the test for as long as I could to see what fell apart and what stayed. And my logic somewhat dictated certain things along with the ideas that I have no idea why it's there. I try to portray those not by showing that I know some things, but more so there's things that I know, I just have to get it out. That's it. Whether I am right or wrong, that's not really a concern that I have at all. It's more so I have information that wants to be out, and as long as it stays in my head, it's quite annoying. That's a nice way to put it. So, to put it blunt, some of the things that I talk about, I have no idea why I know them. Honestly, I do not know. But I am a deep thinker. Um, I try to. I like complexity. Anything that is complex is things that I tend to like, and bit by bit, through a wide source of conclusions, I somewhat arrive to setting out these videos that I post on a date whenever I can. But it's not information that was not verified somehow to just make sure that I am in the right path a little bit. But there's still more to come. There is a lot that I have to put out. So this is only the first stages. This is day one. All the videos is just setting up the ground for the beginning. But we will get in more complex things. And but I truly like this question. Thank you so much, Michael Alexis, for this question. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, and I hope more people ask questions so we all get some type of understanding amongst ourselves on certain things. There is a lot of things that I don't know, and I would like to know also what people think, so it can further my own understanding as well.